Welcome back to the action here in Hamburg. Rather dreich weather conditions, 16 degrees, and it's raining cats and dogs. We'll be kicking off the action here in the third block of games on day 2 with Great Britain against Turkey. Great Britain, you see, finishing third in their group, one of the finalists from last year, and this year relegated to the ranking games for 9th to 12th place. Turkey finishing 4th, the newly promoted team from the trophy, struggling to really threaten any of the teams that are used to playing at this level. So can they get an upset against Great Britain? We will answer that for you in the next 15 minutes. There we see the order of games, the order of fixtures for this third block. And this will be the last games of the women's competition today, with only the final games being played tomorrow. What's at stake here in Hamburg? Well, it's the first leg of a 2-leg series. The next leg will be in Split, Croatia, where we will see the crowning of the European champions for 2026. But back to Hamburg, and there we see the squad of this British team as the players prepare to take to the field. And the Turkey squad. Both Dilmac and Bolat looking very dangerous when they get some space. So that will be the challenge now for Turkey, that despite these weather conditions, that they can keep that ball moving and free up their speedy women in space. Great to see the wee mascot getting a run out as well. That looks to be a Turkish unicorn. One of the rarest of beasts. And Jenny Lee from Spain taking charge of the game. I'm joined now by Andy Knight, the expert in the box. Andy, what has your research been showing?
Yeah, we've just been getting some feedback from the GB coaches there. Katie Schilliker took a nasty head knock yesterday, some concussion, so she'll not be making an appearance today, unfortunately. So she is now out.
Yeah, that's a crying shame, because she's probably the most experienced player in the squad, isn't she, Andy?
Yeah, she played really well. You know, you saw yesterday she came and brought the team back into it and just gelled them together a little bit. But I'm sure she'll still be around, just giving them support as we see this game kick off.
And we're underway. Turkey attacking from deep, finding some space. Just stopping in the collision. They're not really driving through, pumping the legs, and that's giving Britain the chance. Britain are rewarded with a penalty. And they choose the scrum. Probably the better set piece to play off with these weather conditions. Like I said, it's raining cats and dogs here. It's a bit chilly. Not the easiest of conditions for flowing sevens rugby. But the Brits should be well used to it. I know Andy and me feel very comfortable in these conditions.
Set. Stay.
And Britain feed the scrum.
Thank you.
Attacking the midfield, a little show and go, dummying, breaking the first tackle. Getting the offload off, but that was maybe a little bit optimistic, and Turkey do regather that ball. So the first attack for Great Britain doesn't result in a try. Turkey kicking to try and free it, finding space for Bolat to run into. She's a quick wee player, but unable to gather that ball on this occasion.
No hands!
And Britain with a second opportunity, still deep within the Turkish half. Running towards the touchline and not getting much return for the efforts on this occasion.
Hold.
Turkish defence pushing up fast.
Release. No hands. Thank you.
And they go back on the right-hand side. Evelyn Clark with a good carry.
No, still in. Okay, brought out by Blue, that's fine.
And they keep working the tight spaces hard.
Use it, Blue!
Held up, and that is a maul now. We've got players from both teams involved.
Stay on your feet!
And it's a penalty for diving on the player on the ground. Britain come away, Team GB with the first try through Eva Wood. And that's a solid start for Great Britain despite the conditions.
Yeah, as you say, solid start. They're just finding their feet at the moment. We saw earlier Turkey trying their little kick and chase with Bolat there, who has got some speed. Probably didn't kick it far enough, so GB recovered, took a little bit of time to set it up, and as you say, managed to draw a penalty out of Turkey. Quick tap and go, and Eva Wood goes over for the score.
And the conversion not successful. It remains 5-0. Britain in the driving seat, but there's a lot of rugby left to be played. 3 minutes have gone in this first half. Bolat getting the offload away.
No,
little mistake at the back, but that came off the foot, so it's no knock on, and Bolat does see a little half gap and goes for it. They maintain possession, well done. Not going anywhere fast, but putting some phases together for the first time in this game. Oh, and you can see just how much difficulty they're having with the wet ball. And Dilma chasing back, but no success. Sorry, that was Akina chasing the attacking British player, and they get their second try.
Yeah, lovely little score there from Woodman there, Charlotte Woodman. As we see the inexperience of the Turkish players here, she just forced that pass. There was no need to. She really needed to just take the ball on, reset and go again, but she tried to force the pass. And GB had a high press and players there pouncing on the ball, and a nice easy run in for Woodman from the pass from Eva Wood as well. Well done, GB.
Yeah, they were clinical to finish that, but the Turkish play did really remind me on the old expression, don't shovel. I can't remember how they finished that.
I think it's mud. That's what they say.
Yeah,
don't shovel mud.
Don't shovel mud.
As we're back in play again after that mud talk.
So a line out coming up here. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's a scrum. I'm being distracted by our own bad jokes.
Yeah, I think it was knocked on into touch, so they get the opportunity here of the scrum or the line out, and GB choose the scrum here. A nice open play. I'd like to see them move this wide. I'd like to see it get into some nice wide channels and see what speed and pace they've got. It's exactly what they're doing with Woodman again. She's a strong woman, but not such a great ending to that.
Oh, that was Bolat again with this time on the defensive work. Somehow managing to make that tackle. And they're away. It's Dilmatch. Dilmatch powering down the line. She's a real quick athlete. Making it almost up to the British 22, and they recycle well. Bolat, she's always looking to create something. Gets the fending, gets the hands free, offloading well. Sack with the carry. Again, the inaccuracy leads to a turnover, and Britain deep in their own half, also choosing to kick. Bouncing awkwardly, but Turkey able to gather. Akina probing, moving the ball on. Sack. Again, keeping the ball alive, not wanting to give Britain a chance to contest in the breakdown. Almost up to the 22 now. Slowing it down, keeping possession. They've tightened up now, so the passes aren't quite as long anymore. Oh, how unlucky. They seem to create the opportunity, but it's another knock-on. It'll be scrum time for Great Britain.
Yeah, interesting what you just said there, Ian. You're seeing that they're closing down the length of passes, because I don't think their passing accuracy is good enough. I don't think they're quite strong enough to get the wider passes in. So they're doing the right thing for their team, which is standing a little closer, but from a defensive point of view, it makes it a lot easier to make the tackles. And GB have got a good press. They've got some good speed in there and then some strength, as we've just seen the replay there. They can get in the faces of the Turkish players, and one player can almost cover two. So I think Turkey need to work on their length of pass. That can be one of their work-ons. I mean, we're not coaches for them, but that would be one of the things to look at. But there's maybe one of the reasons they do use that kick and chase, because we said they've got some speed, so why not use the tools that you've got?
Yeah, and Abigail Pritchard just been held up here in the collision. And that's a maul, so if this doesn't progress, and it doesn't, Jenny Lee will blow her whistle and reward the scrum to Turkey. So that was fairly effective defence. And Turkey instantly getting possession back.
Yeah, showing a bit of strength there in defence. That's really good to see that they managed to hold the GB team up and, as you said, create that maul just before the half-time hooter went. So therefore they will get one more chance to have a go at this GB team and try and put some points on the board before they break for half-time.
Yeah, they're really up for this game. I think they're really enjoying the prospect of maybe getting a surprise against a traditional rugby nation like Great Britain.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, GB haven't been playing as well as they have done in the past. We know that they've not had much time together. They've got some great individuals, but they've not quite had that gel this weekend of a team. You know, they're very individual with the players they have. Some really great individual breaks, some really good individual tries and defence, but have not gelled as that unit that they'd be looking to do in most competitions.
Oh, the next error does lead to the next opportunity for Great Britain. Good work back from Turkey, and the high tackle means they'll get the ball. The penalty, they tap it quickly and they're off. Real speed from Bolat. Bolat being chased down, gets the pass away on the inside to Dilmatch. Dilmatch, unfortunately, not able to get free there. Great defensive scramble from Great Britain, but Turkey still in possession in the 22 here. They lose the ball, but Dilmatch snaps it up again. First to react on the loose ball. Good urgency, good intent, but not much space.
Yeah, it's good defence there from GB. So they've slowed everything down. The Turkish are looking tired there, and again the passes are not quite as hard and flat as they need to be.
There's the gap though, there's an opportunity on the outside. Oh, and again an inaccuracy with the pass leads to the next drop ball, and attack after attack for Turkey with promise, just fizzling out with these inaccuracies.
Yeah, a little bit of inexperience there possibly. A lovely break from Bolat again, some great support play. I think it was Dilmatch again who came through with the support, but the rest of the players didn't quite get there, and GB were quick enough to get back in defence, and then they've managed to snuffle that move out there. But some good opportunities there for Turkey. They just need to try and convert these a little bit, and Team GB, I would say, need to just get a bit better cohesion there and start playing more as a team unit. They're obviously disappointed at where they are just now. They're not in that quarterfinals. As we're listening to half-time talks.
Just a little bit forward.
Biraz daha
Means you have to move forward.
Ve ileri giderek
So
almamız
you were
istiyor.
very close to the try line.
Tayland'a çok yakındınız.
Don't pass these.
Gülür, gir diyorsan pas at.
Use
Çok
your
yakında çünkü.
strength.
Tayland'a.
I know that you're tired.
Yorgun
Come on, keep up, keep
Devam
up.
edin
Yeah.
kızlar. Hadi vazgeçmek yok.
Okay, in defence, massive effort at the end there to keep them out. Okay, but we've just got to be smarter when we have ball. Millie, those kickoffs are brilliant. Okay, good chase, we're putting them under pressure. They'll kick to us. Okay, we know our setup. Okay, let's have a good call under the ball, move when the ball's in the air, and we look to play, go forwards. Okay?
Keep the ball, we'll score, right?
Yeah. Trust the process.
Yeah, well, here we see some of the action from the first half. I think that was the first try, wasn't it? That was Ava Wood piling over. And here we see the don't shovel moment. And that's the shovel, and that's why you don't do it. It'll be the try from Charlotte Woodman, which shows good promise. And a lot of these British players really just looking to grow in experience and get exposure to a good level of rugby, although they will be bitterly disappointed to be playing for a best place of 9th. And it's a long kick from Turkey. They want some territory here. And Britain come away through Abigail Pritchard, making great progress up the park. And the clean is good too, so Britain retaining quick ball here. Oh, almost finding the edge. But another pass just floats into touch.
Yeah, as you said, Ian, you know, this team, they'll be looking to gain some experience. Hopefully they keep them together throughout the series and they work a little bit as a unit. They'll get a little bit more time together before they have to go on to play the next tournament in Croatia, because there is definitely ability there, but as we saw with that pass, it was just too flat, too hard, and not accurate enough as Turkey win that line out.
Yeah, great hustle there from Eva Wood. So she's had a try and she's earning the ball back for her team as well. So one of the standout players in this game for Great Britain. The number 7 on her back, she gets up in the line out, almost steals it, and then she's right on, making the tackle, forcing the error. Good hustle from Eva Wood.
Yeah, that's a great word, you say hustle. That's what they're doing. They're individually, they're doing really well. But collectively, they're not quite meeting the targets that the coaches will be looking for. But this quick break, it just shows their speed and wit is really good to get out into the channels where there's some space, play some class ball, and we're going out to the outside channels once more, trying to attack those weak shoulders of the Turkish defence.
Yeah, that's Hesketh with a good carry.
Tackler, not rolling.
Penalty for Britain, taken quickly, but unfortunate within the 5-metre line, so she'll need to go again.
Just on the 5 metres. Scrum, guys. Yeah.
A little bit of confusion there initially, but they do decide for the scrum.
Mark's here.
And it will be Hesketh to feed.
Yeah, it's a good option for them to take the scrums here instead of these little tap penalties, you know, drawing some players in. They should be able to create some outside space for players like Pritchard to go in and just have some space to run in. You've also got Lovibond there, I think, as well, so there's plenty of space for them to run. But
Oh, that was the hard line from Lovibond, unfortunately unable to gather, but it was a good shout there, Andy.
Came off the arm.
She's just come on the pitch and she hit up one big carry and she was looking for another one there. Physical player. So deep within their own half. Turkey do get the ball.
Time off.
I don't think they'll relish. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. I was about to say I don't think they'll relish the prospect of going the length of the pitch here, but the pressure is still very much on them. Hesketh to feed again.
Set. Make sure we have a hook. No, blue going over.
And that's an early push, early drive from Team GB.
Blue going forward.
So Turkey with the free kick. Oh, and that is a real momentum killer, a vibe killer.
a coach killer.
A coach killer.
Exactly, but yeah, I mean, Turkey there, you know, they're making the right moves there. They want to play rugby. They maybe don't have the big boot from the middle of the field to try and put it out, but they need to set themselves. They need to control this game a little better. Obviously, the weather conditions are not great, so they really need to be switched on. In fact, both teams need to be switched on, so there are some errors happening, little technical errors. But it's a good platform here to learn a little bit from for Turkey, but also a great platform just now for GB to launch an attack from and a score coming.
And it's a good charge for Lovibond. They recycle well through Hesketh. And into the middle for the try through Natalie Evans. And she is delighted. And that probably just takes the game out of reach for this Turkish side with 3.5 minutes left to play in the second half.
Yeah, the experience of the GB girls just showing there. It was quite simple. Win the ball, recycle it, put it out through the hands, the gaps will open up. A couple of Turkey players there just didn't look like they were wanting to make the tackle, or weren't looking like they were going to get there, I should say, rather than wanting to. And the pace took her over under the post.
Yeah, Turkey came out flying in the first half. You could see the motivation, but the heads have just dropped now. And when the heads drop, when the vibe isn't right, it's always very, very difficult to gel as a team, to back each other, and to go the length of the pitch in those situations. Defence just being disconnected slightly too easily on that occasion, and Britain profit from it. Good to see some smiles from the players on the bench.
Yeah, there's still a lot to play for. Remember, this is a series. It's not just a one tournament thing. So there's a series on the record here that they need to play and they need to grow. We were talking to the Swedish team earlier who were disappointed. They've had narrowed defeats, but they'll learn from it, as will the other teams here. This could be a yellow card here, I would expect. But these teams need to keep playing because there's points on offer. They don't want to be down at the bottom end of the listings as it nears the end of the tournament. So Turkey with a bit of a chance here. Well, we've got 3 minutes to go roughly, Ian, and the now GB down to 6 players. So there should be some space for these Turkish players to attack.
Yeah, and I'm a big softie, I'll be honest with you, Andy. I would, just out of empathy for this Turkish side, I would love to see them go up the pitch and get a try. They've worked their hearts out and they've deserved to take something from this game. Not Dilmach, I'm sorry, that's Bolat again. It's got to be one of the two if there's a break going on. And she gets the hands free, gets it off. On the inside, a lovely little line. So now they found their motivation again. They know there's an extra player on the park, and they're moving up the pitch well.
Okay, that's fine. You have the ball.
A little bit stop-start though, and that's what created the indecision, the poorly timed pass, a poorly executed catch. And Great Britain back in possession with their 19-point lead.
Yeah, the two players that we've named a lot there, Bolat and Dilmach, just combining there to get some good speed, but unfortunately that slippery ball just hit off a hand there to get a knock on. So GB a little fortunate there because they were on the back foot. Now they've got some ball in hand. It'll be interesting to see if they can really attack or if they put boot to ball and go right the way down the pitch to eat up some time. A little bit of back chat from Turkey there.
Yeah, that's a clear sign of frustration, isn't it? She didn't like the decision, and normally you'd just keep your mouth shut. But when you feel like everything's going against you, it can be hard sometimes. And Great Britain attacking, making errors of their own. Oh, and this is it's a tough one for the fans now. Very stop-start, a lot of errors. Great Britain have got the job done. We've got 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I think Jenny Lee will be getting tired as well. She's been blowing that whistle constantly, which unfortunately has had to do because of so many errors coming into play. But as we said, the rain is coming down here in Hamburg. It's not easy conditions to play in. Much as Turkey are still trying to move it. But there again, we see another error with a poor pass out to the wing to Dilmach there. There was no way she was getting on the end of that.
Yeah, unfortunately not, Andy. Like I said, it's all just a little bit stop-start now. We've got 20 seconds left in the clock. Britain have the line out.
Keep that gap there. Thank you, White. Let's go.
And taking their time looking for a dry ball. Good luck.
Scrum half, 2 by 2. 2 metres, thank you. 9, stay 2 metres. That's fine. Not
not able to secure the ball.
Just a ruck now.
Turkey. Sack being driven backwards, but getting the ball away to Bolat. Bolat again, just knocking on the ball in the collision there. Big hits coming in from Great Britain. They're aggressive as ever. The hooter has sounded. Kind of surprised they didn't just try to get the ball off the park. But that gives Turkey the opportunity once more with the tactic of kicking and chasing, showing good pace. And the ball almost evading everyone, and it just sits up for Yavuz. And Yavuz with the consolation score for Turkey. They will lose the game, but they'll get an opportunity to play again tomorrow when it's a possible 11th place.
Yeah, it was a nice little kick through from Erdogan there. The kick chase that we've seen Turkey do throughout the tournament from yesterday. And it was a good opportunity for them. They did chase. GB worked really hard to get back, to be fair to them. But then Turkey showed a little bit of resilience there. They had the support players. Yavuz had made her way up there and then over for a score as the rain comes down just a little bit heavier.
Isn't North Europe beautiful in summer, Andy?
Yeah, it's not the conditions we had last year. We had a rainy day for a short period of time last year, but then sunny conditions. It would be nice to go back to that, and I think we spoke with the Georgian men earlier. They're not used to this kind of weather as well for sevens. They've got it in their own country, but not so much for the sevens. And then we're seeing here now the women's teams as well. They're struggling a little bit to get some control, but hopefully we'll still see some good rugby. We've got the fans are still out there. A few more umbrellas have gone up. Hopefully this will die away soon, and we'll start to see some more good rugby as we see the next game slowly getting ready to come out, and it will be the Scandinavian dream here. Sweden against Denmark. We'll be back soon for that.
Yeah, it's Sweden against Denmark, and Denmark, one of the newly promoted teams. They've had some great play, a beautiful try earlier in the day. I actually thought it was Poland when I saw the white kit because of the quality. So Denmark really impressing here. Sweden as well, equally so. Now they didn't get relegated. They stayed up in the championship last year, but they've progressed their game brilliantly since then. And are led by the experienced figure of Maja Müller. They are turning some heads of their own. So, like Andy said, it's a Scandinavian dream, Sweden against Denmark. I am joined on my left-hand side by the intern expert, Robert Amelung.
Yeah, I really look forward to this game. Two teams that I've been a big fan of. Denmark, they missed out twice on a very narrow losses. They were really unlucky. Could have won one of the games. So really convincing performance considering they just got promoted. And Sweden, a team that really switched up the way they used to play the last couple of years. They have a relatively new coach coming in. Bill Turikula, the Fijian head coach. So he did a lot of things with them, showed them different ways to attack. So it was exciting to see them. And now we can see what this game's going to bring.
Yeah, Big Bill making big changes. And we're off. Struggling with the ball drop on that occasion. But well gathered by Maja Müller. And the Danish player struggling to get out of that breakdown, but she's not penalised on this occasion. Finding some space on the outside. But just forcing that ball out of the contact and losing a little bit of momentum on that occasion. Before coming back to the centre.
And again, sorry.
I just want to say that's Nunstedt, and she's been really doing that all day. If there's anyone that Swedes can rely on to make some meters in a tough situation, it is Nunstedt, the big number 12.
Yeah, we spoke about Sweden switching up their game. They've been very physical, first carries, pick and goes off the ruck. And now this weekend we've seen a lot more passing, handling, trying to move the ball, getting into different positions. And it changes a bit now. We can see it even in difficult conditions. They're still sticking to that, getting clean hands out of the ruck, another pass until they look for contact.
Yeah, big improvements in their technical ability, but they also still have a nice balance. Like I said, Nunstedt and Maja Müller, they got some big, strong players as well that can just make the hard yards like they used to. So just rather than completely changing, they've added elements, but struggling to get out of their own 22 at the moment against this strong Danish defence. There's no sweeper. Will this be a kick? It will indeed. Working back quickly for Denmark, it's the number 8.
Agustinu.
And she's the ex-Greek gymnast.
And that's a big collision. They're absolutely running over the Swedish defense, then change direction, going back to the other side. There was a nice kick before, but Denmark now looking to attack with it, getting a bit isolated here, but the player just not rolling away on the tackle. So Denmark at the belly, which they play quick and they move deep into Sweden's 22.
Yeah, that was Riai with a good carry. Here's Halbech. Halbech gets the hands free, gets it offload away. and getting closer to the line with every carry. Halbech. Good defence, gritty defence. I've mentioned that before as well. The Swedish team, they're used to going through phases in this part of the pitch. They're very good at standing up to the attack, but it is the big number 3, Elmbach of Denmark, who opens the scoring in this 9th to 12th place playoff game.
Yes, well done. We've seen Halbeck yesterday. She was very good at taking those small gaps and taking space. To try the same thing here, pick the ball off the base. Dami got some go forward. Sweden having to recover, just getting up from the tackle, so it's hard to make another one. And Elmbach's too strong for a struggling tackle, so she powers over the try line.
Good patient work from Denmark, first in the defence and then in the attack. And the conversion, unfortunately, again, struggling slightly with the ball drop on that occasion, leading to an error in the strike.
And again, the Danish fan crowd is very loud, taking over the stadium. Now they're in the semis. Now we're in the ranking games. There's a knockout scenario here. Denmark still have something to play for, and the fans know, and they're behind their team.
Oh, unfortunate there. It was a good kick-off, creating a little bit of chaos, but unable to gather. Maja Müller has her hands on the ball, and Sweden will have an opportunity. They finally got out of their 22, and will look to mount a meaningful attack. There we just see the knock-on, unfortunate. That was Augustino, again, just reaching for the ball and unable to gather. A very clean scrum from Sweden. They've worked hard in their set piece and it's looking good. A wrap-around play. Some space in the outside. Releasing and picking again. Perfectly legal, that's smart play. And Sweden now into the middle of the pitch looking for that Nunstedt crash line. Beautiful work on the floor, getting a long presentation in. That's quick ball. And Sweden maintain their attack. Maja Müller has to clean up that one, and she looks to have taken a heavy one to the head from Elmbach. She was a try scorer. Now, I don't think that was foul play. The referee doesn't seem to be looking at it too hard. Let's see if anything materializes. He is definitely an elbow to the head in that contest. The only reason you could talk about there maybe being mitigation is that both players were attacking a loose ball on the ground. So despite the shoulder to the head, there's no foul play on this occasion, and play will resume with the scrum for Denmark. What do you make of that, Robbie? Is that a fair call? I mean, I know we don't like to disagree with referees here, but do you see that the same way?
Yeah, I mean, we have the much easier condition here, seeing the replay, it being a bit slower. So yeah, I think we both agree this would be a penalty and maybe even a yellow card, because you can see the mitigating factor. They attack a ball, and also Maja Müller being very low on this, but there's a clear elbow to the head, so you have to penalize it. Unfortunately, though, it's very quick. It's hard to see in the conditions. And with Maja Müller being this low, I can very much imagine it's hard for the referee to see the head contact on that occasion. So I think it's fair enough. She gave the knock-on. She played what she saw, but with our replay on the abilities, Denmark get lucky here.
Okay, you could have just said yes or no.
You know that's not what I'm about.
Okay, we're back underway. Sorry, Robbie.
No, no worries.
Just teasing you. It was a perfect answer, well formulated.
Don't know if I can believe you after this.
So Sweden with a scrum once more. The rain continues to pour here in Hamburg, and Sweden struggling to get off the mark. Denmark leading by 5 points to 0 with just over a minute to play in the first half.
It's interesting here. They have Maja Müller and Sarah Jacobsen both in that scrum, so they have two of the most dangerous players on the same side to be able to create something. And now they're looking on that switch play through Nunstedt. Nunstedt again,
sorry, yeah.
to change direction. But now they go wide, and this time they kick again, which they've been quite successfully with earlier. And here's the long kick, and that's Augustino chasing back, winning and getting a little time on the ball with a nice fend again. She has a good physical game. She beat tackle early, and again a big fend makes them fly. And now Denmark spaced out wide Freya Hallberg with space, and she scored two brilliant tries against Great Britain earlier. And again, she beats her defender, runs. There's another defender coming in, but she's gone after the pace to finish it and puts it down in the corner. Freya Hallberg, she really is the Danish star of the weekend, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely, but I got to say, good work from Sarah Jakobsen from Sweden to force her into the corner there. Jakobsen came all the way from the other side of the pitch, and you'll see the break here from Hallberg with the gas, and she would love to get under the sticks for this, make the conversion a little bit easier.
50.
But Jakobsen forcing her into the corner, so with a difficult conversion here that isn't successful, it remains 10 points to 0. And that might just leave the door open for Sweden if they can get a couple of tries in more kickable positions. With that, we do go into half-time. What are your thoughts in the first half, Rugby?
Yeah, I think it's two teams that quite convincingly played the way they played all tournament. Sweden having that new dimension to their game, moving the ball, doing well to do this in these conditions, but still struggling to execute really, to be really dangerous. Whereas Denmark finally showed their potential. They've been good all tournament, and now with the rather weaker opponent than they had in the group stage, they finally managed to take a lead and maybe hold on to it now.
Det her, det er det der game management, det er det complete performance. Fucking der puttet pres på. De er godt læse det der løb. Vi lægger lidt supporten. Jeg er selv skyldig. Den nødt til at være hurtigere med hinanden. Det er stillhed, det er trusten her.
Den eneste gang, de har fået et line break, er fordi vi gik ind i det break. Okay? Hver gang vi har efterladt det, har vi været syv på. De kommer hele tiden til at træde tilbage, de har ikke andet at finde på, så er det bare en dobbelttakning, og så går ud igen. Okay? Ro på. Hey, vi behøver jo ikke score nu. Vi kan godt bare spille forsvar i fucking 7 minutter, hvis det er, okay?
Men må jeg sige noget vigtigt? Det er ekstremt vigtigt, at vi bliver ved med at pres på i forsvar. Også i angreb, men virkelig i forsvar.
Let's fucking go!
Se, vi kan vinde den her match nu, jävlar! Kom igen!
In Møren.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and just seeing the highlights of the first half here. That was the first try, and here we will see the second. So the newly promoted team, they've been playing in the trophy, newly promoted to the championship for this season, and really turning a few heads here in Hamburg, like I said.
Yeah, they've been preparing really good for that weekend. They've been to Hong Kong before. I think they even won their Hong Kong tournament. So yeah, they've been preparing really, really well for this moment. And after showing a lot of potential in the group stage, they finally managed to have a lead at halftime. And let's see if they're able to hold on to it, because this is another thing. Hey, it's one thing to be in the lead, it's another thing to be able to hold on and win those tight games in the end.
What a great take from the kickoff from Ndaya. And they're off again. It's the number 8, Agostino. The gymnast, the Olympic gymnast. She fancies another Olympics at some point, and she wants to play some rugby.
That's exactly what it looks like. She was good all game. Hey, she had some really great ball carries, running over Swedish players, fending them off. And now finally she can reward herself in this game, winning another try to her account. Well done.
Yeah, look at this run here. Big, powerful drive, first of all. And then the opportunist sees the gap on the blind side and darts away for her first try of the game. The conversion sliding right to the upright. So it remains 15-0, 3 tries, no conversions. But time slowly slipping away from Sweden, and we see more players getting treatment. I think that's Utterbom. She's showing that she's all right. She's raising the arm, enjoying the atmosphere while she gets some treatment. I'm sure she'll be fine to play on if the doctors allow her. I'll just take the opportunity while we have a break in play to put out a big shout out to all the volunteers involved this weekend. There's a whole team of them running around here in red t-shirts, and it's miserable conditions for them, but they're all positive and having a great time anyway. So thank you very much to every volunteer who's been part of this event. Rugby Europe wouldn't manage it without you guys. So appreciation from everyone here. And there we see the Danish fans. Every year there seems to be a pocket of different nation on the sidelines. I remember Lithuania were well represented a couple of years back, and it's just fantastic to see, isn't it, Robbie?
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. Sorry, yes.
Got me.
What do you do with those breaks as a player? Because it takes a lot of momentum out of you. Hey, they scored a try, they got excited, and now they have to cool their heads again. Do you have strategies? Okay, just easily go on. What do you do?
Well, I've got about 0.3% body fat, so I'll definitely be keeping moving in situations like this on a rainy day. I'll be jumping up and down and doing star jumps, doing whatever, doing some push-ups, just trying to keep physically warm and also just maybe mentally a little bit more present. I also find in a situation like this, it can be difficult just to keep the focus, and the mind can drift off into other things. But I suppose that's what separates professional players like these from myself. They know how to deal with a situation like this. They have the mental strength.
We good?
And so maybe that's less of an issue
Time
for
back
them.
on.
But like I said, with this weather, just cooling down physically is a bit of a risk. Luckily, we're back underway, so that break and play is over.
And we can see the big difference. Hamburg obviously not being affected by that at all, putting on a brilliant kick, whereas the Swedish players, they've been struggling with it, dropping the ball cold. And as you said, probably the mind wandered away, but during that break, and then wasn't switched on ready when the time was back on again. And Denmark on great counter-attack with a good offload, putting Nia into space. And Diahe, she will score the 4th try for Denmark this game. Yes, she is.
That is
Immediate
fantastic.
transition try. Great work by Denmark. 20 points up.
Yeah, I mean, my heart's going out to Sweden a little bit right now, but this newly promoted side, Denmark, really lighting up the pitch despite incredibly difficult conditions. We've not seen a lot of teams putting 4 tries on the board since it started raining so strongly. So really, Denmark, they can be incredibly happy with what they're doing in this game. And tomorrow, assuming Sweden don't manage to mount a comeback tomorrow, Denmark will be playing for a potential 9th place finish in their first championship tournament.
That would be such an impressive result. We had a lot of low-scoring games so far. We saw a lot of games that were dominated by scrums, by stops, and so far Denmark not really showing signs of this. They're playing a really good rugby. They've been playing all weekend, not being affected by the conditions.
Another good kickoff, challenging the Swedish catcher. And that's a good drive. Oh, the ball just evading the hands of the supporting player. Oh, that was Utterbom with a new headgear. Just unable to gather. And another Swedish attack fizzles out, presenting Denmark with the opportunity to attack once more and maybe even score a 5th try.
Set.
Jensen feeds. The scrum's a little bit messy, but they do retain possession, and there's a slight opportunity on the right-hand side for Halbech. She never fails to make some meters. Distributing the ball beautifully out to the wide areas of the pitch. And that is the gymnast once more. Agustino. Denmark moving the ball very well here, confidently. Halbech. Inside ball, another beautiful offload, keeping it alive. Kragelund also managing to move the ball on. Fumbling the ball, but retaking it before it falls. Agustino releasing, regathering, going to ground and presenting well.
Use.
And they've just slowed things right down here. Making sure they've got their structure. There's no rush. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. And Denmark in full control of the fixture. A nice little wrap around, drawing in 2 defenders and releasing Ndaya. An opportunity in the middle now, maybe. Oh, but the accuracy just not there this time. The crucial pass just going to ground. The build-up play was good, but now Sweden with the opportunity. And Denmark take it in the backfield. This is a long phase of play, Robbie, without any break. Don't know how long it's been going, but that must have been over a minute of action.
Yes.
Oh, I think I've offended my whole commentator. Can I get a replacement here? I need a change.
No, I agree. It's been very, very long. I think you can also see that by the way it was played. Denmark slowing things down the middle, like you said, just having one-off carries, then trying to attack again, and then this by Lea Jensen, that little execution error. This is also a result of them being tired and not able to execute anymore, because this ball and play time really kills you.
Yeah, it really does. It's an exhausting game. And when there's no breaks in play, it becomes even more so. So some changes then at the right time for Denmark. They brought on number 14, Horsberg. And there was another replacement. I didn't quite catch
number
the
7,
number.
it's Philippa Hure.
Brilliant. That was Philippa Rosa Anna Hure.
Time back on.
I think Denmark has been quite conservative with subbing on. I don't think we've seen these two players so far in the tournament.
No, I don't remember seeing Hodgberg yet. She looks to be quite a young face, so maybe more of a development player in the squad, looking to build experience for the future.
Makes it really cool for them to give time on their first championship tournament as well. They get their run out here now. And Hure immediately with great impact on Sarah Jacobs, who's a very dangerous runner. We've seen her do it before. And Hure with great first tackle, killing the play. And Sweden again going to the boot. And this time looking like they have a realistic chase. But Horsberg diving on the loose ball.
Yeah, there was a slight push in the back though there. Hodgberg just couldn't quite resist. So her appearance on the park is a very short-lived one. She will spend 2 minutes on the bench with only 45 seconds less to play. So working very well to get back, but just lacking the discipline and maybe the self-confidence to dive in the ball herself. You see there's a little arm in the back there.
Yeah, and it's not a dangerous infringement, but it's just a cynical one. You keep the player from scoring a try, and that's always rewarded with, not rewarded, punished with a yellow card in sevens.
Yeah, unfortunately it will be. So Sweden then with a chance to end the game with on a high with a score of their own.
Came out the tunnel.
That ball just going straight back out the tunnel. I think the wee scrum half put it back in again with her foot.
Yeah, we've seen Denmark having a dangerous scrum. They were able to turn over a couple of teams, and they're pushing hard.
But actually both of these Scandinavian teams have had very solid scrums, so it's really interesting to see that Denmark do have the upper hand here slightly. This time it does come out cleanly for Sweden. And the Danish defence just holds up well. Down the left-hand side, I think that was Wikström.
And again, Hure on Jacobsen. She really put a target on her back, hey?
Oh yeah, 7 against 7.
And now Sweden dropped the ball. And that's the game. Denmark with their first victory of the weekend. And look at the way they're celebrating. The bench runs onto the field. They're going to be so happy. They're so proud, winning their first fixture in the European Championship and their first ever appearance in this tournament against a fellow Scandinavian team. This is a big moment in Danish rugby history.
Yeah, you said it, Robbie. That's exactly what this is all about. There's a bigger picture. That's not just one game. That symbolises years and years of development work in a nation, and it's now come to carry fruits at the top level.
Yeah, full credit to head coach Nina Vistisen, head coach Nina Vistisen. She can be very, very proud of the performance her team has held, and she's done great work behind the scenes as well. I'm sure there was heaps and heaps of work, like you said, preparing this, and finally Denmark get a victory.
Yeah, but we progress now with the cup competition, with the quarter-finals. The first one is Poland, Portugal. We'll then have Belgium, Germany, and France, Czechia, Spain and Ireland. So the cup quarter-finals, starting with this one. And we see the Polish squad. We know all about them and their quality. Winning the final last year against Team GB. And they will face a much improved Portugal. Watch out for Da Costa. She's been jackling at every opportunity this weekend. And when you see her pop up on the wing, then it's probably going to be a try. Maria Pringle gets us underway. Sorry, Mary Pringle. Sorry, Mary. And we're going to an interview now with the victorious Denmark.
So Mila, congratulations, the first win of the week, first win for Denmark in the championship.
Yeah, oh my God, I almost have no words. It's we've been fighting so hard the last 2 years. Had my debut last year, so I've been on a high with this awesome team. All the girls are putting more effort than I've ever dreamt that anybody could put in a team.
Yeah, we've been watching you obviously from the commentary box. Each game you've played, you've got a little bit better, and then as it came on today with the horrible rain, you managed to execute really well even in the poor conditions.
Yeah, well, maybe that's just what we have in Denmark. It's helped us a bit that we know about the rain. Yeah, I also just think that everyone really, really wanted this, and we did this for each other, and just to trust the process and trust every girl in this team just makes us play so much better.
Yeah, one more game to go. Hopefully it'll be a good one. You know, we'll get as high up those charts as you can. It is a little bit of a playoff, but it is a long series as well, so hopefully you can build on that for the next tournament. From us, we wish you all the best. We look forward to watching you. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans back home?
Well, just thank you for watching. We have the most amazing fanfare over there from Denmark, so many Danes, and just it's incredible everyone back home watching and saying congrats. So thank you to everyone back home. It's so nice to have you looking at us.
Thank you and congratulations on the win again.
So much.
Thank you.
Once more from me as well, congratulations Denmark, but we're back to the action in the Cup quarter-final between Poland, first place in Pool B, and Portugal, third of Pool C, and it's going to be the first try here for Poland. I didn't catch a number there. I think it was Sajluch. Yes, it was. Again, with a big smile on her face and a love heart towards her bench. Pure passion.
Good on her. It's been Portugal's game so far. Poland the nailed-on favourites, but Portugal's been looking dangerous, been keeping Poland in their own half with their attack, but now not able to execute scoring points. And then a quality team like Poland, they don't need too much possession. They got the ball and immediately score their first points through their top scorer, Ilona Zajluk.
Yeah, all still to play for. Poland starting the tournament as second seed, and Portugal only 9th. So it is a tough ask of Portugal, but they're up to it. They must just secure possession, which they do. A little inside step looking for the offload, but there was no support player there as we go back to the original knock-on from Poland from the kickoff. Look at this very contestable kick, wasn't it? And it was Klichowska who rose magnificently, just unable to gather.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Portugal feed the scrum. Picking and go. There's a good little dart, creating momentum, but the supporting player just running past the breakdown rather than cleaning. She was looking all in on the offload, which didn't come, and that left the attacking player isolated. Portugal able to build an attack. Out to the wing. Klichowska making real meters, but Portugal contesting that breakdown really hotly. And we see a yellow card. Mary Pringle, quite clear in her instruction to the Portuguese player to leave the field. And there we see the second try for Portugal, number 14, Wardarska.
Yeah, it's a pure power try here. They did well on moving the ball side to side, edge to edge, and then in the end they were so close and they knew they have powerful ball runners like Wardarska, so they don't really need a set play. They send her over and she puts the points on the board.
So 4 minutes played and a 12-point lead for Poland. Don't forget this is the first Cup quarter-final. So Poland in a very good position to progress to the semis. They went all the way to the final and won the competition last year. And Portugal down after that yellow card to 6 players. Another very strong kick. Perfectly timed, I thought, but the ball hasn't crossed the plane of the 10-metre line, even though the feet of the attacking player had. That does not count as 10 metres travelled, and Mary Pringle brings the Portuguese to the middle of the field where they will restart with a tap. They do tap and then they kick, a little element of surprise maybe, but Sajluc is awake to that one. Playing the ball back inside, into the middle of the park. Krzyzkowska with a good carry. And back to the right-hand side, they'll look to release Sajluc maybe. Inaccuracy, but they're alert to it. Reacting first to the Polish players. And they continue to build their attack, running slightly laterally there. But that was nice movement, and they've got the ball into some space here. It's a sprint, it's a race for the line. Witkowska pinning her ears back, driving those hips, driving those legs, heading towards the post, and she's in.
Yeah, again, we see the quality Poland offers on both sides. Either way, their team spirit, where they move the ball wide to our great handling, and then the individual brilliance of players like Witkowska here. She got the pace here, we see it. The ball goes edge to edge, and then Witkowska so quick, leaves Costa for dead, goes all the way, and dives over with a spectacular finish.
Yeah, and that's how quickly it can go. It's patient build-up, wasn't it? And then when you get the space, you take it.
Yeah, we said earlier, Portugal had a good start in this game. They kept Poland in their half for a while, but now Poland's found their rhythm into this game, and we can see now why they're the favourites in this one, really dominating since the second minute.
Really dominating. It's 19 points to 0. It's the first half, still with 40 seconds left to play. That kick won't go 10 metres. Once more, Portugal with the tap in the middle with the free kick. Just a short blow on the whistle from Mary Pringle.
No, we will start with a free kick. The time is not up.
Portugal are back up to 7 players.
Time on.
Lopez de Almeida retakes her position. And so a little bit of discussion here, because Portugal are trying to choose the scrum, but Poland are claiming that it was because it was from the kickoff. It can't be a scrum, it must be a tap. Mary Pringle admits that they are right. And Portugal will tap and see out this first half with the ball in hand. So in search of their first try. And they do, just clear the ball off the pitch, damage limitation, let's get into half-time, let's get the coach's instructions and rebuild.
I think they had something going there with that double switch they played. I think they wanted to set an attacking set piece, but then unfortunately, through a handling error, not quite get into the rhythm they wanted to, and then realize it's a high risk with the time being off, so they will kick to touch, and we'll see what the coach has to say at half-time. Poland coach will be very happy, probably.
Dobra, hej. Dziewczyny, spokojnie, jest śliska piłka. Starajmy się utrzymywać przy piłce, ok? Bo na razie dużo one mają piłkę. Tak. Spróbujmy ją wygrać i spokojnie grać.
Okay, really good defensive shape, well done. Okay, really good there. In attack now, okay? Remember that punch wide, okay?
Okay.
Sirocco, Gwemboko. Okay, one change on the half, okay? Nata's come, Alona into the mids, and Olivia is out wide. Okay, attack, bravo.
Gaja ir para a frente da receptora, porque isso vai atrapalhar as outras.
Centro
Já
calma.
protegemos e povoamos a zona de recepção.
Estamos bem.
tranquilo. Só controlar um bocadinho mais, controlar no sentido de aguentar, reduzir espaço, sem desenvolvermos logo em tanta pressão na defesa, que é para depois garantir a placagem e termos uma oportunidade clara de meter as mãos ou não, se não saímos e estamos todas de pé outra vez. Em termos de ataque, vamos só tentar trabalhar um bocadinho nada mais rápido ao pé umas das outras e tentar criar qualquer coisa no meio, tá? Bora, vamos marcar.
Bora, malta.
Vamos marcar.
1, 2, 3, go! Bora, posso?
And as we watch these highlights in the first half, Robbie, I just have a question for you. Have you heard anything about Da Costa? Because she's normally starts for Portugal, and she's not been brought on at half-time either, and she's been one of their points of difference. Is there an injury there?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. I don't know anything about it. She might be rotation. Maybe Portugal not really seeing this game as a must-win, looking for other targets and wanting to keep her fresh for later games that are more important in the ranking, as they don't see realistic chance to winning this. This is just speculation, though. It might be that she did something to her kabaddi and we don't know it. As Poland start with good pressure, and Poland forced all the way back shortly before their own try line.
Physical work from Portugal. Mota Marquez with the carry, and then we see the kick. Oh, that's not gone far at all. Straight into the hands of the Polish attacking player, Paszyk, for the score. I just wanted to say Poland just tightening the grip on this fixture.
Yeah, I'm surprised with Portugal's choice of putting a little chip kick in here, as it's not really dangerous. They see there's someone to sweep, there's a sweeper behind that can get at that ball. They don't win territory through it, so I think it's an odd choice. If you want to kick, I reckon you kick it far, see if you can get a speedster behind it. With the way they did it now, it's an easy run-in for Poland.
Yeah, it seemed like less of a conscious plan and more of just a reactive decision to the pressure. And so often that will not be the right choice. So Poland in a commanding position. 5.5 minutes left of the second half. And 4 tries already on the board for Poland as we see the next Portuguese error, and they just seem to be following up these little mistakes with another little mistake, and that just kills any form of momentum.
It seems to be tactical, though. She was trying to kick it again, so it looks like this is something they've talked about they want to do in this in the second half. But unfortunately, she doesn't get her execution right in the conditions, and then fumbles the ball and get a clean ball drop out of it.
And Portugal off again, looking to bring some width into it, and they're just so much more fluid with ball in hand. They do create the opportunity on the wide right, getting the hands free for the offload, which goes forward, dribbles into touch.
Portugal.
And that'll be a choice between a line out or a scrum for Portugal. I would suspect they'll choose a scrum. Seems to me to be the only sensible choice, but in these conditions.
Scrum here.
Yeah, it's great work by Ilona Zajszluk, though. Hey, she goes on the outside, she draws into, plays the pass, tries to feed Krysiak. Krysiak then plays the offload, because Zajszluk's looking for second effort. She's not done after giving the pass, staying in support for that short ball, and then, unfortunately, not getting it cleanly, dropping it off the chest. So now Portugal with a choice to attack.
Set! Right.
So Portugal just refusing to feed the scrum, which was smart from the scrum half, because it wasn't secure, it wasn't steady.
Bind! Set!
4 minutes left in the second half. Portugal needing 4 converted tries.
Flat.
That was a lovely line, a good wrap around. But the last pass maybe slightly desperate, putting her colleague under pressure.
Oh, this is a great
Mota Marquez, isn't
and
it?
off she goes. She scored a very nice try earlier today. So again, this time showing her brilliance. Unfortunately, the offload's not clean, so Portugal again under pressure. Managed to recollect the ball though, and this time, it's a nice dummy kick. And then again, carrying it into contact. And Poland counteract with a good counteract, and that ball's messy, and the referee spotted something.
Yeah, I think that was hands on the floor, wasn't it? And so Mota Marquez again with the opportunity. Now there must be space on the left-hand side.
I need clear release.
Portugal rewarded with another penalty. So discipline of the Polish team maybe not quite what it should be.
Let's go.
Dos Santos not happy about something there, making her voice heard. Should be well advised just to get on with things, they don't have much time.
Yep. Go for it.
Here we see a replay of that penalty.
Yep. They are coming.
And once more, going in for the jackal, but not legally.
Wait. Are we good to go?
It's just all very stop-start. A bit of a frustrating one for the fans.
Girls, time is off. Time is off. Are we good to go? On the sideline? Yes.
And a little delay as the line-out wasn't correctly carried out. And we go again.
Hands out, release!
A little
Release!
trick play
Green,
not quite
release.
working. Poland come out with the ball here. And it will be a penalty, absolutely right. There was no release. Number 6 for Portugal, Pascic. Just doing the smart thing, running at the retreating player. She's got two choices. She tackles you or she leaves you, and she left her on this occasion and taking complete advantage of it, running away towards the line. Pascic with the 5th try for Poland, and they will progress into the semi-finals of the cup competition with aplomb against a now rather deflated Portugal side.
Yeah, like you said, it's very smart rugby, taking the quick tap and then running straight at her. Also keeps others defenders from tackling her, because there was someone retrieving, but they had their own woman in the way, because she was holding on to her, and then as soon as she made the 10 meters, she was allowed to tackle. She drifted off, and she was running backwards the whole time. Nothing she could do about it. Smart heads-up rugby by Pascic.
Yeah, using her as a human shield. So Poland to get us underway again. We've got 1 minute left to play. And there's no coming back now for Portugal. So Poland just drive it deep and force the green jerseys to make their way back up the field. Once more going for the jackal, but the roll away wasn't quite quick enough, so Portugal now on the attack. Little grubber kick does expose some space, but Poland work back well. I think that ball just squirted over the touchline, so it'll be a Portuguese put-in. It's been a very error-strewn game. There we see the ball just touching the line. Error after error. We've spoken enough about the conditions, I don't want to mention them again. But it doesn't feel like summer here.
No, it really doesn't. We used last year, we had so nice weather, so maybe it's just a bit of keeping the balance of this weekend being very rainy and windy. Hopefully tomorrow when we play the final rankings out, the weather will be a little better. But for now, I think the teams have to adapt to the rain and play in these conditions.
Off now, Red.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, nice little shimmy there from Portugal. They've got so much talent, and it's just been frustrating to see that they can't quite get a flow going here.
And the final hoot has gone. They still haven't stopped Andra Costa, so you're right. Maybe she is injured. Maybe something did happen to her. We'll try to find out.
I suspect there must be something wrong there, because she's exactly the player you need in a fixture like this. And Portugal just say, we want to end our misery, get the ball off the pitch.
It's also, in a bigger perspective, a smart choice to kick it off the pitch. Yes, you still have a ranking game to play, and you want to be as fair as possible for this. And there's no way you can win this game being 31 points down. So this is a smart thing to do, keeping the energy for the last game and see if you can win something there against Sweden.
Absolutely no criticism meant at all. It was, like you say, it was a smart thing to do. But Poland, they went 3 from 3 in the group stages. They're unbeaten in this tournament. They won it last year. I don't want to jinx it for them, but they are on the path to the final.
Before we get to the next game, I want to see Asita Costa taking the field now, shaking hands. She looks quite fit, she's in her jersey, so probably was a tactical decision keeping her fresh for the final ranking game against Sweden. So we'll see a lot of her there, hopefully. And we get to the next game. It's Germany against Belgium. This is a very exciting one, this quarterfinal, isn't it? Two teams been showing some good rugby. Germany securing their third best spot in the last game with a very convincing victory over Turkey. Belgium with a genuinely very, very dominant performance all tournament. They've been looking really, really sharp, really dangerous. And let's see what Germany can show up against this strong Belgium side, as they have the home advantage. They have a big crowd of fans behind them. And I'm excited to see if they can manage to get a similar performance as they did this morning.
Yeah, Robbie, absolutely. It's going to be a good game. The crowd are definitely behind Germany here. I would say that Belgium go in as favourites. Well, these teams have met each other quite a few times. I think out of the last 8 times, Belgium have won 5, and then they've also had training camps together. So they know each other really well as we listen into the interview.
So we're back pitch side with the victorious Polish captain. So you went 3 from 3 in the group. You've won your first quarter-final. We know you won the tournament last year. Where's it going from here?
Yeah, I'm very happy that we won all games in this tournament. We want to win like all teams here. So yeah, we are focused and we will see what's happening.
And how is the squad? Is everyone fit? Is everyone healthy? Ready for day 3?
Of course. yeah, we are ready. We are focused. We have a lot of goals this year, so yeah.
Great stuff. Then all I'm going to say is good luck in the rest of the competition. We know you won it last year. We know what you're capable of. I'd love to see it again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, great to hear from Victoria's Polish team there in that first quarter-final as we come back to the action here. It's been up and down already. Currently Belgium have the ball, have the possession.
Germany defend well, staying connected, doing a good job here. They've done a lot of rotation. I saw Ricarda Henning, she's in the forward pack now together with Paula Schulz. Julia Brown seems to be playing center, which is new. She's playing 5 mainly. So there's a lot of rotation in that German team. And Ricarda Henning seems to have taken a big hit and stays down, so there's a medic with her. That's Esther Tilgner, the medic from Germany. She also plays 15s for the Germany rugby side.
Yeah, Ricky Hennig, you'll see it in the play here. She just catches a loose boot. Just catches her just on the chin there. Totally accidental. But she goes in for the tackle. Just catches that boot. Not a very nice one. I think she might be leaving the field here. Looking like a sore jaw, that one. Germany have got enough replacements there that they'll get on with it.
So Sophie Hacker takes the field way earlier than she expected, probably. She had an outstanding performance in the last game, so we'll see if she can back that up now, getting a lot of game time in this quarterfinal. It looks like Mette Zimmer jumps to 4, and Sophie Hacker taking Ricarda Henning's place at hooker.
White, yes, that's right. Yeah, it's not done by White.
Yeah, that keeps up a bit of pace in there, doesn't it, with that German team, both Simmert and Hacker there. A real bit of pace about them, so this shouldn't make too many changes to the German team as the referees just try to work out exactly what's going on. They're going to have a chat with the assistant referee here.
Sorry about that.
Does Germany play it down here? Because Mette Zimmer jumped to 4, and there's only Julia Brown and Johanna Hacker in the backline. I can't see a third backline player.
Bind! Set!
So Germany seemed to have gotten a yellow card. which we missed. Sorry about that. We just realized it now. That explains the rotation they did as well with Ricardo Henning in the scrum, probably. But now Germany in attack. Steffi Gruber with a powerful run, beating one defender, and then with the Fendt buying time for another one. And Sophie Hacker picks off the base, going forward. Good work by Steffi Gruber to get up and clean that ruck. But unfortunately, the ball's gone with a quick penalty. Belgium taken, but the referee blows it back. Tells them she didn't take it on the mark, so they go back. The good work on the clear-up was by Julia Braun, by the way, not Steffi Gruber.
Yeah, I don't think Belgium got much to complain about here of the quick penalty.
Yes.
It wasn't really through the mark. The ball was on the ground. They need to be a bit more aware than that. But now, as we expected, I think they were looking to see if Ricky Hennig would come back from that injury, but there was a little bit of Clark coming out of her mouth, so it wasn't a yellow card. It was a blood replacement here, as it were. It does say yellow card on your screens. Apologies for that, but I think they were just waiting to see if she was going to come back on. So Germany back to their full complement of 7, plus a free kick here. They're in a very good attacking position.
Lotte Malazieno taking the field. Also, Sophie Hacker with a big carry. Yeah, like I said, Lotte Malazieno had a good game, and Sophie Hacker took a big hit there. Johanna Hacker moves the ball. Paula Schultz gets it wide. Mette Zimmer just not quite able to handle that. So the ball drops, and it's another Belgium scrum.
Yeah, a bit frustrating there from Germany, just the team getting used to the wet conditions. We mentioned it in the last few games, just the ball a little slip here. We're seeing that the hands were looking up instead of out flat.
It's interesting.
It just slipped through her hands there.
Yeah, remember the interview we had with Sophie Feller? She said there's some secret tips they do to keep the hands sticky. Looks like they haven't done the same preparations. There's more handling errors in this one now, but Mette Zimmer makes up her handling error with a big shot on the Belgium number 12. Lisa Goossens was very dangerous, so good work there. And now Belgium moves the ball out with a little handling error that goes backwards. So Julia Braun makes a tackle. Johanna Hacker tries to get the turnover and wins the turnover. It's a penalty for Germany. Big call. And Johanna Hacker looks to go quickly, move the ball to his sister. And Mette Zimmer now takes off. She's really quick. Switches up with Paula Schultz. Little S plays for Mette Zimmer to get around the corner. And Lotte Malazier with a big fed and a finish in the corner. Lotte Malazier scores the first try of the match. 3 minutes in. 5 points for Germany.
Yeah, from a Germany point of view, really important to get that crowd behind you nice and early. Malazier just scoring in the corner. Some lovely play from Mette Zimmer to put her through the gap there, give her the opportunity to dive in the corner. We see Zimmer running across a little bit with a nice little loop round play from Schultz, I think it was. And then the ball back into the hands of Malazier.
Yeah, it's outstanding work by Mette Zimmer on 2 sides here, because before she put a big shot on Sophie Goossens, which we yesterday saw how dangerous she is. She had a game where she scored 3 tries, assisted 4. She was so dangerous everywhere, and Mette Zimmer closing her down right away. And then as soon as she got the ball, created something through some creativity, and Lotte Malazier scores the try. Now Germany kicks off to Julia Braun, and they kick straight to Sophie Goossens, who immediately takes off with a big run. She's brought down by Paula Schultz. Lisa Goossens. I'm sorry I messed up the first name. It's Lisa Goossens, of course. And again, Mette Zimmer with outstanding defensive work, making a tackle here.
Yeah, Germany again, she's been outstanding for Belgium with the power running and drawing in 1 or 2 defenders. And then looking to release some players, but good steal from Germany. A little bit caught in 2 minds there, Sophie Hacker, as they go up the right-hand side again. Feeding it to Johanna Hacker. Taken down by Lisa Goossens. And Germany get control back again. Great defense from Belgium, great press here. Really putting the pressure on Germany. But there was a slight knock on, I think, just in the tackle. I think I saw that, Robbie. Not sure if you saw that one as well. Just as Sophie Hacker got tackled, I think the Belgian hand came through, just knocked it on, so it will be a Germany scrum in their own 22.
Yeah, there was a little double knock on, so Germany again get a chance to recollect. They've been slowing it down anyway because Belgium's putting so much pressure on them. They've been struggling to get some go forward. So this is an opportunity for them to catch a breath and now attack from a platform. Well, the halftime hoot is gone already, so maybe they kick to touch. We'll see what they'll do.
Yeah, Malatia going back to that traditional scrum half roll that she goes into. Brown just kicks it out. Take the breather just now, go in, 5-0 up. Wet conditions, never easy to come back and score a couple of tries, so I would be expecting this second half, the coaches at half-time to say to them, to the Germany team, just don't sit back and just wait for the Belgian team to run at us, but make sure your defense has got a good hard push. Try and cut them out, but don't rush anything too hard. Don't make silly mistakes, and we'll get to listen in to what both teams are going to say.
Girls, we spoke about sugar or steel, okay? You're showing steel, we need 7 more minutes of it, okay? This weather's gonna make it a shit fight, okay? So we gotta scrap for everything. We need to be disciplined, but we gotta work hard, put pressure on every moment in the game, okay? If they make that half break like they did, we fight like we did there, okay? That's perfect stuff. On attack, let's just hold our depth a little bit, just so we've got a little bit more time so we can exploit those edges, because at the minute we're having to do body catches, so it just slows us down. So give yourself a little bit extra time. But girls, just...
Allez-y, putain, on se fait chier là. Allez-y, faites-vous plaisir.
Oh, les meufs, regardez-moi. Regardez-moi, c'est le nôtre. C'est pas qu'on le veut, c'est que c'est le nôtre. Ça va les filles? Pas de doute, pas de stress.
Yeah, the coach is just saying, we start with Curtis Bradford from Germany there, just saying, sugar or steel, do you want it to be sweet or do you want to be strong? And they're playing strong at the moment. Just what we talked about with the handling errors as well. We just said that their hands weren't quite in the right position. Great to hear that the coaches are seeing what we're seeing as well. So hopefully they'll just take that little extra meter of depth and then come onto the ball so their hands are ready. So really good there. And then we're hearing from the Belgian team as well. You know, no stress. Don't stress what's going on. Let's just relax. They have the ability. They have the team that can do this. Don't stress. So interesting second half coming up, Robbie.
Yeah, Curtis Bradford likes to paint pictures with his words. I remember when he coached me, he used to say, this is like Goldilocks. One is too hot, one is too cold, one is just dry. So he's really good at creating those themes for teams, which he seemed to do with this sort of sugar or steel now. I want to point out it's very impressive Germany having the league here, given that they had 2 losses yesterday, and Belgium with a really, really convincing performance so far, looking really dangerous. So something has to happen in that German setup that make them perform like this as they take the lineup, but it's not high enough for Steffi Gruber, and Belgium managed to steal it. So Belgium now with an opportunity to attack.
Yeah, and they
big
attack
run
with
at Sophie
Gurney
Hacker.
again. Yeah, Gurney, she's been taking in players all day long, as we talked about. A good press there, but it looks like it might have been offside. Is that Feller that came up there?
Offside.
Yeah, Sophie Feller just pushing up far too early there. But that line out, oh, that's poor. That's annoying when you just got the ball there in a good position. Opportunity just to control the ball, but not thrown in quite high enough. And a good steal from Belgium, followed by Germany running offside, giving Belgium another opportunity to launch an attack.
And this is smart timing on their subs, taking Julia Brown off, Annika Novotny jumps to 4, Lotte Malazier jumps to 5. And it's good timing. There's a Belgium set piece in wet condition, so they know what they will do and they have to focus a little more, and it just kills the momentum. And we see they panic if they don't get a pass away. It was a big tackle and a turnover. Well done. I think that was Sophie Hacker making that tackle, or was it Lotte Malazier? I couldn't see it properly.
Yeah, well, the stadium announcers have called it Sophie Hacker, but I'm sure we'll see a rerun at some point.
And
but well played anyway.
There's more subs being taken. Gesine Adler now taking the field. Sophie Hacker leaves after coming on in the 2nd minute for Ricarda Henning. Let's see what they can do from this. It's the first time Annika Novotny feeds the scrum in this game. Ball comes out cleanly, but she's taken immediately with good pressure by the Belgium. It's a messy ball for Gesine Adler to deal with. She does well to not knock it on. And fortunately, Steffi Gruber's there to clean the ruck.
Yeah, Germany need to get control here, just fight on their terms, but unfortunately, holding onto the ball on the ground there.
Yeah, it's great work by Pauline Janai. Getting straight over the ball, great jackal technique, keeping the ball. And now Belgium playing quick. Janine, after getting the penalty, now she's looking to get a powerful run in. It's brought down by Mette Zimmer and a good tackle. But Belgium not done here. Space outside, they have a 3-on-2, but they decide to try through the middle. And now slow ball again. Picking off the base. Paula Schultz keeping her up. And again, that footwork, and again, Paula Schultz trying to keep her out, but it's not enough. Belgium scored the try, 5-5. It's right next to the stick, so it's an easier kick. It's very possible that Belgium will take the lead here.
Yeah, once again, Lisa Goossens again just showing her power there, stretching over, just diving through the tackle of the German. There was Mette Simmert, the first one that we missed it, unfortunately.
Lisa Goossens, she's outstanding. She was really well contained by Germany so far, but you can't keep her out of the game for 14 minutes. It's an outstanding finish here.
No, she's got some great control in there, hasn't she? As we see the conversion from Stevens, I think it is, so going over to put Belgium in the lead, 7 points to 5. Let's see if they can get this kickoff right. The kickoffs haven't been going perfectly for Belgium in their previous games. Let's see if Margot Stevens can put some height in this, allow her team to get underneath it, or Germany can control it.
It was a very equal first half, but it seems like Belgium now finding their rhythm. They look more dominant in these first 3 minutes of the second half. Germany will look to do something to get the momentum back. Annika Novotny struggling with the kickoff, but it goes backwards, says the referee, so we'll play on from this. And Mette Simmert now accelerating, switching it up with Paula Schultz, who's working well to stay in field, very close to the touchline. Gesine Adler now attacking with great footwork, getting the ball over the top away to Lotte Malazier. But they're not really gaining ground through this. Paula Schultz throwing a high ball to Johanna Hakan. That ball's deemed forward by the referee now, so it's another Belgium scrum in the German 22.
Yeah, just what you said, Robbie. They're not gaining much ground. They're using a lot of energy, and a lot of that fitness will be having to show now. And at the moment, they're not really going anywhere.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there, because there was actually space. Johanna Hack had a one-on-one with a bit of space in front of her, with Femke Zorins coming, who's a quick player. I'm not saying she would 100% score there, but I'm sure they gained a bit of yardage there if Johanna catches that ball cleanly.
Yeah, she's got a lovely inside-outside step but on this occasion, well done from Belgium. And this, good defence from Germany this time. Up at speed. The pass to Goossens was just behind her. She had to reach back with one hand. But it was good pressure being put on by the German midfield defence.
It was, but Lotte Malazier, something seemed to have happened to her. Oh yes, she gets a knee to the head there, and she's still on the ground. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. You always want to be careful with head injuries. They're really dangerous. They're killing the game. They're a big problem we have in rugby. So Lotte Malazier unfortunately has to leave the field. Doesn't look happy about it. I really hope it's not too bad, as well for her as for the German side. It's just a very important player on the setup.
Yeah, we were talking about the GB team. Katie Schilliker out with a concussion, so she'll be out for a couple of weeks. Hopefully it's not the same for Charlotte Malazier. Just looks like it was a little head knock, but I'm sure the medics will do their job, check everything's all right, and hopefully do some running repairs as we see Germany launch. And again, another little error come from Zimmert.
And that's unfortunate, because they did the play that their men scored earlier. Makona McQuaid scored that try when he came around the corner on the scrum and then just paced everyone. Mette Simmert is a player with the pace that has the potential to do similar things. Unfortunately, not able to control the ball here on this set-piece play. And then dropping a goal, it's just frustrating. Again, Belgium in a good position to put pressure on Germany.
Yeah, it's a movement we see a lot from the German team, and Simmert goes outside to Hacker, but on this occasion, Belgium get the ball back, and they've got the ascendancy here. Very flat, but taking in players, holding on to ball. She's going to work to get to ground, secure that ball, and it's going to come back out towards us in the commentary box. Garnier again, just taking in another player. Belgium seem to be in control here. They're not throwing anything silly until the space opens up. They know the conditions are bad, so they're not trying their usual side-to-side game. They're keeping it nice and tight, using their power players just to sap the energy from this German team. As we start to see it go wide now, there's a little bit of space. Goossens going on the outside there.
That is great defense by Julia Braun. We know how dangerous Goossens is, and she's staying long enough with her so that she gives the pass, makes the tackle, keeps out of the game, and Johanna Haka stayed on her feet as well, so she can make the tackle off the offload. Great work by both of them. Belgium still It's already a minute that Germany has defended their own 22 here, which is really impressive. It's a very, very long passage of defense, especially considering it's sevens. Paula Schult with a 4th tackle here. Game only 20 seconds to go, so Germany will look to win a turnover here. They can't just hold them out. They will need the ball back very, very soon if they want to win this game. And there's a knock, but it's a penalty to Belgium. With 4 seconds to go, Belgium will just tap it, kick it out.
Exactly
that. They will win this game. This is very unfortunate. It's great defense by Germany, but it's not enough. You need the ball back. And Johanna Hackert not rolling away here, giving away the penalty. And that kills the German game, unfortunately. And she taps, she gets some pressure from Paula Schult, but no problem in getting the ball to touch. 7 point to 5. Belgium win that quarterfinal. Germany can be very proud after the disappointing first day of the tournament, losing 2 games. They managed to get to the quarterfinal and to play a really competitive match against a strong Belgium side. But it's not enough. Belgium keep their good form, winning against a strong Germany side and go on to the semi-final.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of games to watch there. It was very hard work, and I'm sure both those teams will be tired after that, with a wet ground, soft ground as well. Lots of individual mistakes as well as team mistakes. But Belgium, I would say, were deserved winners to go through in that game. But Germany, yeah, they did well to stay in that game. Would have been nice to have seen them do a little bit better, but as you said, they got to the quarterfinals, onwards and upwards. The next game coming up will be France against Czechia. We'll be with that in just a few minutes.
Check. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear all of you. There will be a countdown this time.
So France against Czechia should be a good game, as I'm joined by Dennis for this one. He'll just be linking in with us in just a moment. After the crowd being loud for that last Germany game, let's see if we can get some noise up from them for this game. We're listening to an interview just before the game starts.
So after an unbelievably tight match, Belgium go away with a 7-5 victory. I'm here with Lisa Goosen. She scored the winning try in that match again. Just quickly on Germany, did you expect them to be that hard?
Yes, surely. We play against Germany at home, and they're also really hard. So we knew that we needed to fight to win this game, and we did. So I'm proud of the team.
Yeah, what did go through your mind? Because you were contained quite well in the first half, and then finally you went over to score that try. Was that pure power? Was there a game plan? Did you say something at halftime that said we're going to win through doing this?
We said it at the beginning already. We're going to fight for this. At the halftime, we said it again, and we fought for it, and we've made a try with the whole team, so I'm happy.
Okay, with making the semi-final now, what's the ambition for the rest of the tournament?
I think staying just this level, build the games again and again, and win the next game, hopefully.
All right, we'll look forward to seeing that. Best of luck for that.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, Lisa Goosen's there, just delighted that they've got through. They knew it was a hard job to get through against Germany. They've played them many on occasion, but they're through, and she's very happy with that as we rejoin the France-Czechia game with Czechia in control. Czechia trying to play out from their own 22, put the little grubber in, hitting it nice and wide. Oh, just a little knock on there.
Very unconventional, also very ambitious in these conditions. Might not come across as well on the screen at home, but it has been raining non-stop the last few hours here.
That's your mark. Hook on the mark, please.
As you said, yeah, unconventional. Unfortunately, just that last bounce wasn't quite high enough for her to get, so That gives France a great opportunity to launch in this first couple of minutes. We'll see if they're going to play a traditional nice wide game in these weather conditions. As they move it nice and early, go to that wide channel, shooting down the outside. And Marie Lafrancois going in for her first try of the tournament, I think. We've not really seen much of her in this tournament.
I mean, if you were playing for France and your name is Lefrancois, I think very fitting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Czechia need to work a little bit harder in that defense. They seem to have a player down, is what it looked like, but they obviously just got their positioning wrong. Maybe this rain has inhibited them somewhat, as we see the conversion just a little bit short and wide. So France 5-0 up, as they are.
The French trying a sneaky kickoff, although it just doesn't go to 10. And I think none of the French players really retreated to 10. However,
great play, lovely chip through, isn't it?
Oh, that was smart. She just got a bit of a wicked bounce, unlucky. The French struggling to maintain possession, however, penalty given away by the Czechs. And they do want to keep the tempo up, which is...
Joué, what do we think from France?
Yeah, I mean, again, conditions not really favorable to handling. However, yet to see a handling error by the French. So, quite impressive.
There's Lefrancois on the ball again. They're trying to get into those wide channels, and as we saw from that kickoff, they're trying things with these weather conditions. There's opportunities to try a few things, but nothing too silly.
Oh, that might have gone forward. However, oh yeah, it was picked up by the referee.
Yeah, I think the assistant just signalled in there that it was forward. Good unison from the officials on the sidelines to the officials in the middle. Nice idea, but unfortunately just got the timing wrong on that occasion. Good ambition though from France.
Good line from Tunkara. However, might have been noticed a little bit too late by the passer.
That's the Czechia scrum again. Plenty of space to play in. Plenty of speed and depth.
Oh.
As you see the number 12, Salarska going outside. Lovely little dummy run. Good old show and go. And Salarska is in for Czechia's first try of this quarter-final.
Yeah, I mean, the hard line, but I'm not sure it was, basically drew in all the attention of the defense. And lo and behold, space opens up. And, I mean, France is arguing here that they were taken out, Marie Dupuis. However, I think that line was not really blocking at all. She didn't even touch one of the French players. It just, the dummy runner just caught all the attention and therefore created the space on the outside.
Yeah, that was Sladkova, who's been instrumental in this Czechia team this weekend so far. And as you say, the referee has deemed it that there was no interference in there. It's a lovely line. I did like it, but on another day, maybe they would have got, the French might have got the whistle there, but not on this occasion. As Czechia go in to make it 5-5.
And we got a game on our hands.
Yeah, the rain's coming down again, even harder again, so it's not going to be an easy game for either team. I think we'll be seeing a few mistakes, but at the moment, as we've said, France want to play. They want to have that ball moving as we see them pick from the base and go to the 15 channels again. Great little bit of pace. Is she going to go all the way? Has she got the chance? It looks like she's going to go in.
Marie Dupuis.
And that's Marie Dupuis. Great play from France there. Not scared to have a little go. Confidence in their abilities. Looks like the French definitely came here to play today. They're not trying to blame anything on the conditions. They're going to have a little shot, a little run. And as we're seeing Dupuis going down there.
Just pure gas, pure speed. That goes a long way on a sevens pitch.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what happened with the Czechia player there. The Kutnikova. Was it Kutnikova or
just
was
getting back on our feet right now.
Time's off. We have an injury.
Yeah. A lot of spray being used there by the physios as France have got the ball here for the kickoff. You seems to be off the field, but the referee is holding play, so maybe she's still on the field.
Verena, is she coming off or not?
Referee's waiting to see if there's going to be a substitution. We can only think that she's still on the field, Dennis.
Yeah, she's getting some strapping to her knee done.
Because I already have seven Czech players on the pitch already. And with her it's 8.
For the weather putting a bit of a dampener on from the crowd. A few of them disappeared after that Germany game. Obviously some locals here just wanted to see their players play. But we've still got some people out there. A few umbrellas up.
I think the queues went from the stand towards the refreshments.
Good on them.
The famous German hoppy drinks that are consumed.
A good big glass of Helles, yeah. As we see Czechia on the attack, hitting the 15 channels. Again, good defense from France, not rushing in. Just keep it nice and simple, put some pressure back on Czechia. As they come back against the grain.
A little bit isolated and conceding the turnover.
Great steal there, yeah, from
now
French.
It's getting scrappy and France knocked the ball on.
Yeah, I think the slippy conditions there just led to that one. There's two knock-ons, one way, one the other. As we see the half-time whistle go, and we go into half-time with France up by 10 points to 5. They look to be in control. Most of the game is in their possession, pressuring Czechia in their own 22.
Yeah, just looking at the forecast. There will be some sunshine later tonight, however, play resumes until just about 7 o'clock.
Let's listen to what the coaches have to say.
The second try is just a mistake, an individual mistake, okay, but it's not a problem. We switch it, okay, we are totally in the game. Continue as that, just more efficiency collectively and individually in defense, okay? And when you have ball, continue to play with a short pass, try to kick, okay, is a good option. But if we
donc on monte bien ensemble, on se parle et on ne tourne pas trop les épaules trop vite, d'accord? Ça marche. C'est juste qu'il faut avoir envie de les presser. À chaque fois que vous avez pressé, vous avez été efficace. En attaque, un peu de confort pour vraiment animer, mais sinon, ce qui est top, c'est qu'il n'y a pas eu de passe hasardeuse. Et on continue là-dessus. Il y a des soutiens, tout ce qu'il faut. Allez les filles, on continue. Changement.
Very interesting to listen to both coaches. Interesting enough, the Czech coach, Juliana Parent, is French, and he encouraged his ladies that they're fully in the game. The difference being that an individual error just led to the second try, which is the difference right now. Whereas the French coach was emphasizing that whenever his team put up the pressure, the Czechs cracked. So he's basically encouraging to work on the continuity and maintain the pressure and make sure that this is not going to go maybe a tight one. And just as we say that, Czechs regather their own kickoff and are in a good position straight away.
Yeah, silly little mistake there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Really good kickoff. Caught the French napping a little bit. And then just that one offload too many. I mean, she was already on the ground. Things were static. Would have been smarter just to set up play again.
But there we are. We have France in possession now. Scrum, right-hand side of the field. Big open side to play with. Lovely little wraparound, but the pass was given on the hard line. They've already made 10 meters for that first play. Not scared to throw. A nice wide pass. Good support. Hits on the outside channel. That's some great running. I think she's going to go all the way. She certainly is, and it's Tunkarara sneaking down the outside right past the commentator's box at speed, going under, not quite under the sticks for the score, but gives the kicker an opportunity.
She got served a really good pass, and then just too quick for the Czechs.
But yeah, that's great to see. I mean, the French are putting the passes out there, but they're accurate. They're not throwing really hard, flat passes. They're floating them out, seem to be holding a meter in defense as we see that kick go over. Lovely little 2 points, could be very important within this game. But with French, as we said, not scared to throw the ball around a little bit. Confidence in their skills, Dennis.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to pick your moments in these conditions, and the French know what they're doing. I mean, you might argue that in the south of France, where rugby's very popular, it won't be raining as much these days around the summer. However, Toulouse winter day can be very rainy, so they're used to these conditions as well.
Yeah, let's not get into the global warming the conversation at rugby. We're not political here. We just like the ball sports.
Yes.
Ball in straight, okay?
It's scrum time, so Czechia with an opportunity now to see what they can do. Can they launch from here? Have they got the skills, the abilities? Do they want to try and play?
It is a long way out.
It is a long way, you're correct, but they've got a opportunity to put the kick and chase in, which is exactly what they've done here. Good cover defense from France, securing the ball. They're working hard to get back. Again, little pick, slow the ball down, get your players back into position. Oh, look at that leg drive, that's lovely. Ball's been set up, now they've got a little go forward. Take them to one side in the 50-meter channels.
Ogier going into contact, that was probably not the plan.
Moving the ball back again, look at that, Tunkara again.
Tunkara.
Yeah, Tunkara going in there, that was great play. I love the way that they brought it to the outside. The support play from the outside player, the winger, to keep her fellow player inside, especially in slippy conditions when the defense are trying to push them out on that slippy grass out there on this Hamburg pitch. We'll just see the control they have to move it back again. Lovely little straightening up from the number 31, Merle, is it? It is Merle. She's just straightened up a little bit to allow Tunkara just to go in under the post for a lovely try. Well played, France.
As you mentioned, the little wee halfback, Justine Ogier, she was about to be bundled into touch. So scrambling there, managing to keep the ball alive, ultimately helped create that gap in the middle that Tunkara squirted through.
Absolutely. That's a team mentality, making sure everyone does their job and then helping out when you're required. As we see Czechia gather the balls, lovely little take from the kickoff. But Tunkara comes in again, is it? And another smashing hit. Apologies, it was Zizi, I think, coming in there with the red headband on. Getting a little bit scrappy right in front of the commentary box here. Just a slight knock on there from the French.
Yeah, this second half, France has been cruising. They haven't given Czechia a single opportunity. And looking at the clock.
Yeah, apologies there, by the way. I just said knock on by the French. What I meant was French ball from the knock on. Obviously, Czechia knocked it on. I do apologize to those listening that are sitting there going, what's this commentator talking about? As we see the ball getting put in by Merle. Let's see if we can get another attack launched here for the French, and we do. Not quite as accurate as it has been. As we see a little knock on, I don't think there's any advantage for Czechia, so it'll come back for a Czechia scrum. Yeah, I think you just said about the time, there's 2 minutes to go in this game. I don't think there's any way back for Czechia, but there is definitely the opportunity to get a couple of scores in. Let's see if they can launch something from here, as we see a couple of changes going on. Some fresh legs in this horrible, heavy ground. Czechia feed. Try to bring it back to the tight side, but unfortunately that ball's just slippy. It's a great scrum by France, putting real pressure on the three forwards of Czechia, but then trying to just sealing that ball off as Czechia go quickly.
Very ambitious, carrying in one hand.
Yeah, not quite the accuracy of the pass either, unfortunately, just landing out in front of the winger who's just come on.
Both teams, please hold your body weight, okay? Only push once the ball's in the scrum. Your mark there?
Yeah, not much
That's the mark there.
Opportunity for Kutnikova there to get that one.
That's for the hooker.
Handing the ball back to France.
Yeah.
It's a good position they've been. We've seen them launch from here already. Love to see them have a go and get this ball wide. See if we get in the hands of Zizi.
Offside. Go back.
Scrum penalty for France. Another opportunity, and this time they're looking to capitalize. However, handling errors now creeping in with that weather.
Yeah, it was great acceleration from the start there. As they get a bit of momentum now, they're starting to build some momentum. They can straighten up here and get an offload.
Makes it half through the tackle, but not quite.
It's a good strong Czechia defense until she just breaks on through, and I think that was Merle again with the reddish pink scrum cap on. Just that little opportunity. Scrum half snipe here. We see the ball gets held up. Kutnikova manages to hold her up but doesn't get her to the ground. Ball gets passed away into the hands of Merle, and she's over for another score. Takes it to 29-5 with the conversion to come. And unfortunately, conversion just wide of the post. That's France through to the semi-finals. I think we would have expected that one, Dennis.
We did, and given how proceedings went in the first half, it was surprisingly one-sided at the end. Czech girls were quite up for it in the first half, managed to score a very decent try themselves. However, in the end, France, without much of a doubt, the better team.
Yeah, I would agree with that. France, the better team. They're well-deserved winners to go through to the semis. As we lead on to the last of the quarter-finals for this women's competition, it will be Spain against Ireland, and we'll be back with that in just a moment.
So the fourth and last Cup quarter-final is between Spain and Ireland. And we see the teams lined up on the sidelines, preparing to take to the field. Now the winners of this fourth quarter-final will take on the Portuguese team, who have gone unbeaten this tournament so far. Spain having finished second in Pool C, Ireland second in Pool A. So it should be a very level contest here. There we see the squad of the Spanish team. And the Irish. Maria Latos, a star of the German rugby world and indeed the refereeing world.
Well, congratulations to France. You are through to the semi-final. How did you feel that game went?
We feel pretty excited. I mean, we won the quarterfinal and now we reached the semi-final, so really exciting to play the semi-finals, and yeah, that's it.
What will be your plan between now and the semi-final? Is it relaxing time?
Yeah, a lot of relaxing time. We're gonna rest a lot. I think I'll go back to our hotel now and watch a lot of video about our game and maybe, about the other games too, because I don't know which is the next team, but we're going to watch a lot of video and rest a lot.
Yes, this is the quarter-final. The winner of this game, you will be playing against them. Have you been enjoying Hamburg though? Has it been a good time, even though we brought you some rain?
It's really rainy, but yeah, we are enjoying a lot. We didn't lose a game yet. I mean, I hope we won't lose the other game, but yeah, we enjoy a lot.
Merci bien.
Merci.
All the best. Thank you very much.
So it looked like Spain had made the first break that might be rewarded by a try. They were tearing down the pitch. If it wasn't for the good work from the Irish number 6, Kathy Baker, then they would have been straight through. But she does not give up, and she chases down the wee Spanish athlete, dragging her to the ground. So Ireland live to fight another day and mount an attack of their own. That's Fitzpatrick, Alana Fitzpatrick, breaking the first tackle, driving through the second and going to ground. Spreading the ball in the width onto the wide left-hand side.
Advantage, knock on.
They're just coughing up the ball in the collision.
Tackle without the ball.
And there's a penalty for Spain. So Spain will choose a scrum from here. We get a little replay of how it happened. So first the knock on there, and just playing the player without the ball.
Bind up, please. Quicker, please.
And Amy Larne concedes the penalty for Ireland. She'll look to make up for that at some later point in this game, I'm sure.
No leniency from Maria Lautos here. Off the ball.
Spain with the wraparound play, releasing number 13, Camacho Ruiz on the outside. She breaks through and she'll score the first try of the quarter-final. Tearing away under the posts. An electric score from Spain. That's the danger they have with all their World Series experience.
Very flat pass to release her on the outside.
Yeah, it looked to me to be a little bit lateral, all the play there, but there was some space, just enough for the speedster to capitalise.
She manages to outpace Fitzpatrick, who's very experienced and has played at the Olympics for Ireland.
Yeah, she's no slouch herself, is she?
Yeah, two of the fastest players in this competition, going head-to-head in the Hamburg rain.
Conversion is successful from right underneath the posts. Spain taking a commanding 7-point lead after 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So the kick just goes long, forcing Ireland to go the long way.
Actually found some grass there. So Ireland in the unenviable position now to try to play out of their own 22.
Yeah, and the Spanish defence very organised. And they look to have got the jackal there. They have.
Katie Baker going into contact. However, very good jackal.
Yeah, great technique in over the ball quickly. And despite the clean, just keeping her arms clamped on that ball.
So, Ian, would you suggest, if you were in this position as Ireland, to maybe put boot to ball a little bit earlier?
Oh, I'm not so sure. If Spain aren't playing with a sweeper, which they aren't all the time, then there might be an opportunity. But it is a risky strategy because you do just give these quick Spanish women an opportunity to counter in broken play. I think the Irish are very good when they keep ball on hand, go through the phases. And here's Spain picking up off the base of the scrum. Attacking the right-hand side, getting slightly isolated. 3 Irish players around the attacking Spaniard, but they do manage to get the ball back. Playing to the left-hand side now. A dramatic attempt to catch that ball. Not quite successful.
Yeah, she was looking for a runner there and didn't find any. Spain got lucky to retain the ball possession there. However, ultimately, that long pass did not go to hand.
Yeah, you just see it starting to drop just before it reaches the target.
Yeah.
So the player always having to bend to pick it up. Yeah. It's a real tester for the hamstrings.
Yeah, you don't really want to pick the ball up at your ankles, especially
and the time is back
with
on.
A couple of Irish girls barreling down towards you.
Exactly, isn't it?
Bind.
See whether Ireland can find a way out of their own 22. So far, it's been tough.
And this time they do put boot to ball, like you said. It's a good chase. So they have got territory, but they've lost possession. And if Spain can build a similar attack which they can't. So, and that just kind of vindicates the decision to put boot to ball. They followed it up with a good chase, good pressure in the second defensive phase, and are rewarded with possession.
Yeah, I've seen this a couple of times today that teams were really struggling to get out their own 22.
Okay,
and
to both scrum halves,
I mean, obviously in sevens,
player.
possession is key.
Okay.
However, I'm just wondering
Coach.
when it makes sense to basically go for plan B.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be playing too much rugby in the wrong part of the pitch, do you? So even though we want possession, you don't want to be messing around in front of your own try line. And Ireland come away here strongly. Looking to mount an attack of their own, just drawing in the defenders with some big carries first of all. Amy Lan with a big leg drive. Kathy Baker.
Has been one of the best ball carriers for Ireland so far in this tournament.
Oh, the pressure really coming on from Spain here.
Gorman gets the ball and straight away hit by two players. Oh, good line, good offload. Ireland for the first time building some continuity.
Oh, and another good jackal. I didn't think she was quite on the ball there, but Maria Latos had the best view.
That clean out came in very fast and thick. I'm a little bit unlucky for the Irish.
I mean, obviously in sevens rugby, the jackal will be rewarded slightly quicker than in 15s, where they expect them to survive the clear out. Here it's not necessarily the case. So let's just watch the replay. Yeah, you see her getting over the ball beautifully. Looks like a fair call, isn't it?
We didn't have quite the view of the ball in this angle. However, we can trust her.
Well, a lot of it isn't about exactly did she really get the jackal. It's about what picture you're giving the referee, and she gave the referee a very clean picture, a very powerful picture, and she received the reward.
Yeah, on her feet, not involved in the tackle.
Oh,
giving the ball away, but two not. Oh,
I don't think Maria was able to see.
I was going to say it was first a Spanish knock-on and then an Irish knock-on.
Over.
Because otherwise the Irish player would not have been
absolutely
in possession.
So Spain attacking down the right-hand side, a powerful fend and the leg drive.
Oh, and she touched to graze the line.
She did. That was just a big little toe, wasn't it?
However, play continues. I mean, the AR's flag went up, so I'm quite surprised.
Me too. I didn't have a view of it, but went up and straight back down again.
And now they get penalised.
It's a penalty for Spain, absolutely. So a little bit of confusion around those decisions.
Yeah.
But we must assume that we just didn't see something. And the ball is off the pitch and we go into half-time anyway, so no real change to any results there. But Spain with 7 points, the only try of the game up until now. Dennis, what are your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, I mean, both teams struggling a little bit with the conditions. However, Spain obviously pouncing early. I think it's anyone's to play for, to be honest. One breakthrough can make a huge difference here. Ireland didn't have any big chances, but as we both know, one line break in sevens can make can lead to a try easily. And I think this Irish team has shown some fighting spirit in this competition, so I would not be surprised if they came back.
Come around the loops there, okay? We just get on them straight away. So it's like that flow. Just knock them that ball and just get other inside.
Con los racks o los cosas necesarios estamos arriba, pues se les va a ir la bola. Vale, entonces recta y buena ayuda interiores. Y no hace falta subir hasta medio metro de ellas. Subimos y luego control para que no haya escalones y estemos bien, porque se le va a acabar cayendo la pelota en ataque. Un poco más profundo y más.
Okay, so let's make them play back in there and see if they can make that mistake, just to lift up and a cross for us. All right, we all good, girls, yeah? Yeah. All right, we get Alana come on for KC there, okay? Yeah. You girls keep going, then we'll just start to make changes after that.
All right? Tempo now, yeah. Breakdown so have to be so key. Listen, you've got to make sure every time you carry, you've got to fight.
Yeah, quite interesting to listen to the coaches. Spanish coach basically asking for more depth and probably looking for space. However, the Irish coach suggesting let's play in their half. James Topping talking there to his girls and basically put them under pressure, make them work for their points as they did earlier when they released a long kick from their own 22 and then forced the Spanish mistake. So maybe we'll see more of that from the Irish in the second half.
So I think we've seen Katie Corrigan already leave the field of play, if I'm not mistaken, and Faith Obiawa,
Ready, Red?
the newcomer to this fixture. She's on the wide right-hand side for Ireland at the moment. Oh, and drilling that low kick. I don't think that was a tactic. I think the ball just didn't quite bounce properly on this wet pitch. But Ireland do
Return the
carry
favour.
out. Yeah, they return the favour with a kick of their own. But just what the Irish coach have been calling for.
However, the chase.
That's what I meant about the risk of the kicking game. Spain like to live off this broken play, and that just gave them an opportunity to counter, and they've extended their lead to 12 points with the conversion to come.
Yeah, that Irish kick chase was a little bit disjointed, which gave Spain a huge opportunity, and they pounced. I mean, one step, and she's through.
Yeah, lovely athleticism there. I'm going left, no, I'm going right, and now I'm away. Under the posts for a try.
Yeah.
That's what we came for. Meaty pies.
Yeah, much of a bit of a steeper task now for the Irish. Not sure they might go back to the kick. If anything, they will have to execute both the kick and the chase a lot better. But now Baker fielding the ball. Let's see, she's been a really good ball carrier. However, Valverde has been a very good tackler, so...
Oh, that was a really aggressive clean out, but they just exposed the ball by driving too far over the ruck. A little bit fortunate to be rewarded with an offside penalty on this occasion.
Yeah, I was going to say that that ball was pretty clean. I would have, I mean, hard to keep the hands out the honey jar.
Yeah, here we see they both go into the clean out together. It's a double clean out, and they both just
Valverde
pile
should not
over
have gone. Well, Valverde came from an offside position. She should have stayed away.
Yeah, it was absolutely the right call. No discussion there. Just slightly lucky, because if you leave the ball exposed like that, it was an open invitation. But Ireland come away with the ball from the scrum. Fitzpatrick, step on the inside.
Whether she can find some space to use her speed, however, she does not.
Baker distributes, follows up in support. And Ireland now with slightly better field position, if they can just keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
They're struggling to really get that movement in a forward, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, often going back towards the inside. I was a little bit unlucky. The player who tackled her was on the floor.
Backwards.
However, let's see whether Spain keeps being efficient once they have their opportunities.
Yeah, and the combo there with a good carry for Spain.
Good jackal here.
Do it in the penalty, Ireland, and they're off again. Number 1, McInerney. Fitzpatrick, attacking, retreating player. That was smart.
Well, the jackal is very long there, but no call made.
Yeah, she got her hands on the ball, but there was no clear lift, was there?
And also, she seemed to be not really supporting her body weight.
So Ireland continue their attack once more through Fitzpatrick. The Spanish defence coming up very quickly, but maybe the Irish also guilty of being slightly flat.
Yeah, they don't come from depth. It's easy for the Spanish to pick them off. And obviously, once you're getting hit back like here, it's hard to get any momentum going.
Lower it. Yeah, thank you.
So the work off the ball is required here.
Yeah, and Ireland really, they're keeping the possession well. The ball retention is good, but there's no danger to their attack.
Advantage.
That was Baker with an uncomfortable position in that contact. I don't think there was foul play, but it certainly wasn't comfortable. And Spain forcing the error from the Irish attack.
Time is off.
Yeah, quite frankly, if Ireland keep getting the ball standing still, that Spanish defense will have all day to defend this. As soon as the Irish get the ball, they're under pressure. That produces errors. That produces them being caught way behind the gain line.
Yeah, they don't really have an answer to this this pressure, this high line speed from the Spanish. And it's not always line speed actually, because they're not necessarily splitzing up as a unit, are they? They're individual players picking off the first ball carrier, first ball receiver.
Okay, are the subs complete now? 10 green substitution as well.
So scrum time once more. We've seen a lot of these today. It's no surprise. The rain continues to fall here in Hamburg.
Bind! Set!
At least we're back down to a bit of drizzle compared to earlier when it was pouring down. However, the pitch will stay greasy for the rest of the day, so wet weather footy, as the New Zealand would say.
Indeed. Cortazar Valverde with a good carry, and Spain in a commanding position with only 2.5 minutes left on the clock. They look to be progressing into the semi-finals. Just need to hold out 2 more minutes.
Yeah, Spain trying to put up the killer punch, however, very isolated here.
Oh, and the Irish player just guilty of going to ground before she went on the ball, before latching onto the ball, which is the reason for the penalty. And a little laugh from the Spanish player there as they
Lucky
choose
to get
the
away.
scrum.
Lucky to get away with that one. She was totally isolated.
Good call. You see the left hand that just supports her body weight on the floor, and that's what makes the jackal possible.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So Cantabrana Gill to feed the scrum.
If you're Ireland, you kind of need to force a mistake now. I mean, otherwise this game is gone.
No, great, leave
You won't
it!
get that call.
There was no release, was there? So Garcia Gill again with a good carry. Oh, good hustle from the Irish defence now, dragging her towards the touchline. And Spain recycle well, moving the ball. Their passing seems to be working better, and they are coming from depth, so they're able to run forward onto it.
Good contact on Valverde here.
Yeah, still not really making much progress because the Irish defence standing up well to the test. But look at the depth, that's a huge difference. They're able to string some passes together, change a point of attack.
Feels like Ireland is always under pressure. However, now a pass really goes astray.
Yeah, that pass needs to go earlier, not at all.
If you're Ireland, it's going to be now or never. And they try to play the ball quickly. However, whether that kick was the right option, we will find out.
Yeah, Gorman with the follow-up tackle. So Ireland in the right.
Looks like a steal. Yeah. Oh, and she fall.
Lind Fitzpatrick now. Getting closer. Oh, and the ball is ripped in the collision.
That might have been the defensive play of the day for Spain.
No, ball is in, ball is in.
It was certainly a very important moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the Irish heads might just drop a little bit. They might have a feeling that was last chance Salon.
Use it!
And we hear the hooter, it was indeed the last chance. Game's over as the ball dribbles off the park. Spain progress to the semi-finals. And they will face Poland.
Oh good, no, oh good.
At the end, gotta say, deserved victory. That Spanish team had a lot more tricks up their sleeves. They seem to be the fitter team as well, working off the ball, coming from depth, stringing passes together, being a little more continuous in their play. The Irish fought hard, however, they didn't really have the means to crack that Spanish defense.
Yeah, they did indeed, and like I said, with that, Spain will progress to the semi-finals. We have Spain, Poland in semi-final 1, and it'll be Belgium against France in semi-final 2. But we will go into a short break in proceedings now, and we will be back at 16:45 for the kickoff of the men's the men's ranking 9 to 12th place games. And that will be starting with Poland against Ukraine Czechia against Lithuania, and then we will progress to the business end of the competition and the men's quarter-finals. So like I said, all of that in 25 minutes here on Rugby Europe.
Hi, I'm here with Abriel. Congratulations on that win. Are you happy to be in the semi-finals?
Thank you. Yes, of course, I'm very happy because the past year we couldn't go. Today we worked hard to be here, and now we are on the semi-final.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, you guys played really well in some challenging weather. What's it like playing in the rain in Hamburg?
Personally, I don't really like it because I'm Spanish, but it's very fun when you fall on the ground and it's wet and you do these hard tackles.
It sounds like you're having great fun here. Do you have a message for your supporters back home in Spain?
Yes, of course. Que muchas gracias a todos por vernos siempre, por apoyarnos y por estar ahí siempre. Muchas gracias.
Gracias and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not on your feet. Back, back, back. Back, back.
Get up, get up, get up!
Went backwards. No hands, no hands! Advantage over. Tackle, release, yellow! Back.
Offside. Happy, Josh?